Hello everyone, today's video is about how to choose your foundation, and starting right away I just want to tell you it's not about the foundation, it's about your skin. So knowing your skin, it's very important in what you put on your skin. If you are a fan of a lot of skincare, always allow your skincare to penetrate or simply use a little less of it. One of my favorite tricks is to put a little bit of serum and then mix a little bit of that serum with my foundation and put it on so it blends and sink into the skin seamlessly. So as you can see, my skin, it's very uneven, so I need light to medium coverage, and also your skin absorbs not only color, but it absorbs texture as well. So determining your skin type and your skin condition, it's how you're gonna decide on your foundation. Skin type could be anything from extra dry, normal to oily. And if you actually are trying to get rid of the oiliness and use a lot of harsh products, you make your skin produce even more oil. So that means that oily skin can get dehydrated. So if the type of your skin is oily, the condition of your skin could be dehydrated. And most of our skins are dehydrated. They can be oily, normal, or dry, but dehydrated in addition due to lifestyle. And also we tend to put too much skincare on and we forget to exfoliate. So exfoliation is very important to just remove the dryness and the buildups on the skin surface. So with all that, now we're going for a foundation, and it's also how you apply your foundation. If you're a fan of a base, I discovered a really wonderful glowy base that it doesn't really shimmer, it just glow and shine very lightly. This one, it's wonderful if you want to put it just a little bit on the cheeks when you want the natural glow to seep through. I like also moisturizer to mix with foundation sometimes if the foundation it's too light, and if you have a little bit of that moisturizer in your skin and then mix a little bit with your foundation, makes things easy. If you want everything to last but you don't want it to dry, this one by Ren, Perfect Canvas, happens to be one of the best ones, especially in the T-zone where you need the makeup to last. Another trick, it's really to use just a little bit of your loose powder on top of your moisturizer or whatever serum, whatever you use on your skin. And one more, it's this BB cream, which is fantastic by L'Oreal, just to dab a little bit of that on the redness. Again, if you want to skip a step, mix it with a little bit of your foundation or primer or serum or moisturizer or whatever you like. So this immediately gets rid of the redness. I like to even my skin, so I like put a little bit of serum, and I love this serum foundation. I have a whole array of foundations in here, just to tell you that I'm not like married to one of them. I have something a little bit heavier, something a little bit lighter, something a little bit darker, which I can use as a contour, Becca, Chanel, just all kinds of brands. One of my favorite things, it's also Total Control by NYX. These are just drops. It's an extremely light pigment. It's almost like a liquid powder. What this one does, you can just pick up your color, and if you have a foundation that you love but you don't like the color, just pick up one of those, lighter or darker, just to lighten or darken your foundation. It is so light. It's incredibly light. So it will just add that little bit of almost like a I would say a veil of like a colored powder, but like so seamlessly, because it's actually a liquid formula. So this is great when you want to adjust your foundation. Don't hate the foundation you have at home. Maybe you need to just mix it with moisturizer to make it work. If you haven't tried that, it's really a great trick. And if you want to save a step, just mix the powder too. It's always easy and quick. So I want you to create like healthy habits. Another thing that I like, it's to mix a little bit of my liquid blush with my foundation. So today let's try something that gives a little coverage. I'm gonna go with the Studio Fix SPF 15 by MAC. And just to show you how nicely it works when you mix it with a little bit of moisturizer. Prior application, always mix prior application. So these two together, if you are heavy-handed, use your beauty blender because it will really absorb a lot of your foundation. I'm just very, very good with brushes, so I'll just mix it on my brush. And I'll apply it where I need it the most. It's the center of my face, fading it out. Don't go in the opposite direction. Just always go in one direction when it comes to makeup. You always want to rotate and fill in your pores with moisturizers and serums, but if you're using a brush and if you do the circular motion, you're going to fill in all those little crevices. You're going to apply more pigment on those little fuzzies that you get close to the ears there, and you're going to show your makeup much more. So to seal everything in, always go a little bit in that downward motion. So now I got the coverage that I like. If you noticed, I really didn't put anything under my eyes because I like the concealer to work itself. I don't want to dilute it with foundation unless you want to. So I want the full coverage, and I like to mix formulas as well. I happen to have this one, and Tatcha makes something similar. It's basically concealer mixed with a little bit of serum. Again, very easy. Brush, fingertip, doesn't matter. I apply the smallest amount, but this will give me the first layer of pigment and something creamy, and then I'm gonna put something heavy on top. This one already gives like a nice coverage. On top, I'm gonna use another thing that I can mix. I can skip that step and just mix a little bit of like a peachy concealer or corrector. A lot of companies make those. These are fantastic. And why you need those, it's because they not only cover, they neutralize the cool undertone, so you're not gonna get the raccoon eye look. So again, mixing prior application, or if you're doing one layer first, just always go with the peachy, salmony, you know, when you have blue undertones, always start with that first. My concealer brush is somewhere there. You can use a sponge again, but like I'll go where I need it the most and then kind of blend it around. You can see already the difference. It's always easy when you lift up your chin, you see how that color turns into the same color rather than trying to see if you have an overhead light and light that it's not perfect in your house, in your bathroom usually. It always helps when you step back from your mirror, lift up your chin, and you want to see how the colors blend. You can put concealer anywhere you have a little redness and pigmentation. So we can set that with powder. We can do whatever we want. Another thing that I wanted to tell you that you can do, it's actually if your foundation tends to be heavy and you don't want to blend it anymore and rub off because it will end up uneven, what you can do, it's basically warm up a little bit of your moisturizer nicely, so it kind of like you don't even see it anymore, and just anywhere that it's not, you know, glowy enough, that it's not blended enough, you can put that moisturizer and give it a few seconds. The warmth of your skin will blend the textures together. So the blush trick that I didn't show is if I put a little bit of blush and a little bit of foundation together, it's a great thing to put like a nice natural looking glowy blush on. I didn't use my tool here, so it's a little hard to get foundation, but anyway, so the beauty blenders are great. The fat part, it's great for that. So when you mix them together and just put it where you want, you get like the perfect amount, you get the perfect placement. I love the bounciness of that sponge. It's better than a brush. I need a little more of that. If you want your blush to last, just put a little bit of powder blush on top. And if you like a contour, you can do creamy textures together. So with the creamy texture, you can go before or after your foundation. So this you can do with a brush, you can do with a sponge. If it's a bigger surface brush or like the sponge like that, it just goes on better, and then you can always concentrate a little more. So I like to do the creamy textures together and then to put powder after. I guess everybody does it. So make sure you blend it nicely. What I want to do is add a touch more foundation after my first layer. It's been nicely absorbed. I used the moisturizer, as you remember, but you can see just a couple of minutes after we did the initial application, it already looks better. So don't rush to put too much on. You can always add more afterwards. This is where the problem of my skin is mostly. All right, not bad. So powder, it's really like a personal choice. I love Tatcha. It is fantastic. It creates an optical illusion of smooth skin, so it doesn't look dry and flat. I'm just gonna really kind of put it into that foundation already. Keep blending so the excess will come off. You can do the baking if you prefer. You can do the sponge. It's really up to your liking. You don't want to do too much. And under the eyes, if you have problem with your concealer creasing, instead of putting powder, which makes it to crease more, just use Kleenex tissue or just absorb the excess. As simple as that. Much better. If you need to blend, you can see everything, it's pretty smooth now. Also, all the tips that I gave you will save you tons of time, and I would love to hear your comments. Keep watching my videos. There is a lot of good information in there. Thank you.